one at a time. And this one.
Pardon me? Ooh, pink flower.
This is white passport.
This is editing me coming in. I filmed a little piece of this vlog sideways, so annoying, so I'm just going to re-say basically what I said. We filmed this day of strawberry picking about 2 days into when people kind of suggested not self-isolating, but what was it called? Social distancing, and you know, just told people not to go out into crowds and things like that. Obviously since then so much has changed, so we kind of just went strawberry picking to say, okay, let's get out of the house, because my mum is still currently visiting, so we couldn't just like lock ourselves in our house and not see her at all. Obviously, like if it was best for everyone, we'll do that, but at this time when I'd filmed this, it was just like people were kind of keeping a social distance, you know, like 1.5 meters away from each other because of this whole coronavirus outbreak, and so since then quite a lot of things have changed. Where we are staying at the moment, there's no lockdown or anything, so you can still go out, but we're just trying obviously not to go into public places or touch too many things, stuff like that. So I just wanted to add that in here, and you can now see the rest of our day, and kind of at the end of this video I'm going to let you guys know how this whole coronavirus issue and with flights and things is affecting us going back to South Africa.
They're coming in.
Oh, I can't see you anywhere. Hello.
Come in.
Okay.
It's a clubhouse. Yeah.
Whose clubhouse is this?
It's my clubhouse.
Is this called Ava's clubhouse?
There's many down there. Out there.
Where are you going? So we're not entirely sure what the process is going to be from here on out. Like for us, as in like being on holiday, we're staying with my dad in this like pretty small apartment, so like I cannot imagine being indoors all day. I mean, of course if we have to and like it's safest for everyone around us, we will do that. Minnie's up there in the tree. Oh wow, Minnie. Oh, I think this is private. I think we have to keep back. And so obviously if we have to do that, we will of course do that to keep everyone safe, but I think we'll still go out to the beach. I don't know what's allowed. This is like everywhere is still really busy, like people are still out and about, and I know that the severity of this is so serious, but I'm just not sure if are we allowed to still go to the beach. I mean, you're not going to be seeing other people. It's like, you know, social distancing. You'll just be on your own and out to the parks and stuff, because we're going to try avoid playgrounds and stuff like that, and just kind of like go for walks in the pram and go out in nature, because I think that's safe. We're not going to see people. Very careful. I'll continue this later. Let's go back to Oma and Dad.
Mommy, no.
What are you doing?
I'm just cutting something.
Can you hear the magpies?
There's a stick for me. There's a stick for me. And you have a race.
One, two, three, ready or not, here I come. Gonna find you. Hey, I can see you. I can see you. I can see you. I got you.
You must to go down. Then I'm ready to hide.
Oh, okay. Am I hiding or are you hiding?
No, you gotta hide.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to hide.
I'm ready to catch you.
No, you didn't. So the Prime Minister just gave his talk and recorded a bit of it. I'm going to tell you guys about what he said and how that's going to impact our lives probably for the next couple of months, which is going to be interesting. So I'll tell you guys when we get home, because we're just playing in the garden out here. It's really beautiful, and we're in Hahndorf, which is a little German town. I forgot to say that. It's really nice, and it actually feels a lot like Germany. This is a lot of what like Germany looks like. Really weird. We are still trying to just celebrate all the small things, be in nature, and just spend time as a family together. We're still going to try and enjoy as much as we can what we've got. So, whoops, are you okay? And also enjoy our time in Australia still. Yeah, see you guys in a minute. Hey guys, it's now the afternoon. Vaughan is trying to put Ava down for a nap. I don't think it's gonna work because it's like 2:30 and I already tried before for like an hour and it didn't work. But I have a second just to record and kind of like update you guys on what we think is our situation. So first thing I wanted to say, this is amidst like the whole coronavirus situation that I'm filming this. The Prime Minister has just announced, you know, all the things that Australia needs to like put into place to kind of combat this virus. I wanted to say before I kind of went into more detail that if you are one of the people who is affected by the coronavirus, either you or, you know, a family member or a loved one or a friend, then, you know, I'm really sorry. And I know that the severity of the actual illness changes from person to person. And I know that everybody is really stressed out right now, and you know, there's a big hype all around the world. Everyone's talking about this and it's like a huge thing. So I didn't really want to go into too much detail about it, other than to say, you know, that what we are doing is just to try and stay positive and kind of, I don't know, share things that, I don't know, are more positive. Although I know it's a little difficult to do now for a whole lot of people, but I feel like mindset is going to make such a big difference, because if you're in that like scared frenzy all the time, you kind of hype yourself up and that fear can spread. But what we kind of want to do is like just spread love and, you know, connect with our friends and family via FaceTime and yeah, just try and go on as normal as we can. I know that so many people are self-isolating at the moment, and I feel like in this current situation that we have, because the house is so small, like we're really struggling to self-isolate. So we're still going out, not to really public places or using public transport or, you know, public restrooms, things like that. But we are going out to the beach, just not having contact with other people though. Other than my mom, of course, because she is here at the moment. She's still deciding whether or not she's going to go back home sooner or if she's going to stay a bit longer, depending on if there will be travel bans put in place like nationwide, which it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So I'm going to insert the footage that we heard right after I filmed what we were doing this morning. I'm going to insert it here.
States and territories, and we have rounded that out this morning by ensuring that those measures are now in place and approved by the Governor-General. Secondly, we are upgrading the travel ban on Australians to level 4 for the entire world. That is the first time that has ever happened in Australia's history. The travel advice to every Australian is do not travel abroad. Do not go overseas.
Okay, now that you've heard that, basically they're saying that international travel is going to be banned, and they're calling basically all Australians to come back home now. And what he was saying was that the things that are being put into process now, he's going to try and implement for the next 6 months. So I don't know what that means for us in terms of going back to South Africa. I also don't know in South Africa what it's going to be like, because I think they've also put bans on, and they're also retracting visas, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But what that's going to mean for our family is that we potentially might not be able to go back right now. And it makes me a little bit nervous because we have some things going on which I can't tell you guys about right now. I'm going to, but it would mean that within 6 months or so, like when they, I don't know, if this whole thing calms down, I'm not sure if we will be able to go back at that point. So, oh, it's just, it is a lot to process. And I know there are people who are in so much worse situations, and I'm just so grateful that we have a place to stay, that we have food to eat, that we're all healthy, none of us are sick, you know, that we're in a country where we can still go out. I know that in, I think, Italy, I mean, people can't even leave their own houses anymore, and the supermarkets are crazy. I'm just grateful that that's not our situation right now. I'm really, really, really grateful. And my heart pours out to all those people in the other countries where, you know, this situation is so much worse. But for our family, it does mean a lot of big decisions that we need to go through, and I'm still waiting for my visa ban, which will hopefully be 28 days by the 28th. So we have decided to cancel Vaughn's flight back. We're all going to stay here together as a family just to make sure that we can kind of stay together, because I'm not sure what it's going to be like if he needs to fly back here, if I can't go over there. So we're waiting on the travel ban to be lifted hopefully by next week Friday, which would be fantastic. But if it doesn't get lifted right now, because I'm not sure what the situation is, if, you know, are they going to lift that and then just not grant me my visa yet and kind of like wait till the whole situation sorts itself out? Or if you live there, are you allowed to still get a new visa? Like, I have no idea. Anyway, so I'm trying to figure all that out. But for now, we are doing our best to stay positive, wash our hands a lot, not go out into public places, you know, keep social distancing so that we don't, you know, interact with other people. Because even though I know that it's not just about us, it's not just about keeping our family safe, but it's also about if we are sick and we don't know we're potentially carriers, I don't want to be spreading that to other people. So we're going to be doing our best to stay at home as much as we can, and just, you know, go to the beach where we're not going to be touching anyone or touching anything that could make somebody else sick, and kind of just seeing where this whole situation is going to be taking us. Let me know down below how you're doing, like what it's like in the place where you are. We are currently in Australia, which I'm sure many of you already know because you probably watched my last videos. But if you are new to my channel, we live in South Africa, but we are now in Australia because I'm going to reapply for my new visa. I had a ban put on my name, and now everything's up in the air because of this coronavirus. So I don't know if we will potentially be staying here for an extended period of time. And I do love this country. It's a beautiful country and we are having so much fun, obviously not doing as much exploring as before. And we're just taking every day as it comes, trying not to feel overwhelmed and scared, but rather just to stay positive and, you know, think of all the blessings that we have in our lives and just enjoy the small moments like this morning when we were running around on the grass, and soaking those kind of moments up in memories, instead of sort of living in a fearful state, because I guess the rest of our lives could be changing right now, and I'm sure so many other people's are. Just grateful that, you know, Vaughan can still earn an income by working on his computer and things from South Africa, and we will be okay. It's just a matter of fact of if we are going to need to stay here. Of course, it would be devastating to give up our home and Vaughan's work, and his parents are there, and all of our beautiful friends. But God's timing and God's plan, we don't know what's in store for us, and we are just letting God lead our way, and we're gonna see what happens. I don't want to stress about it. For now, I love you guys, and I hope wherever you are, you're staying safe. I'm thinking of you. I'm thinking of the whole world. I'm praying for everyone. Let me know down below if you need me to pray for something. I'll do that, and I'll keep you in my thoughts. For now, I will say bye, and I will see you in the next video.